what's up? It's Grace, and today I'm going to be doing my June book haul. I've gotten quite a few books. I think I have like 10 or 11, so let's get into it. First book I got is Nowhere But Here by Katie McGarry. I had read Katie McGarry's previous novel, or one of her novels, Pushing the Limits, and I really enjoyed it, so I picked this one up, and I kind of read it, kind of not. I'm not really counting that I read it because I'll just talk about it in my wrap-up. But this follows a girl who is the daughter of a leader of a motorcycle club, and she doesn't have a relationship with him because her stepfather adopted her, and it's just a rocky relationship. But she decides to spend the summer with her biological father, and there's romance and stuff. I'll get more into my thoughts in my wrap-up. The next book I got is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is the second book to the To All the Boys I've Loved Before duology, so I believe this is the conclusion, and I'm so excited to see what is going on. I just read To All the Boys I've Loved Before this month, and I really freaking enjoyed it, and I'll talk more about it in my wrap-up, but I'm excited to read this. Next book I got is Hidden Huntress by Danielle Jensen. This is the second book to the Stolen Songbird series or trilogy, whatever it's gonna be, but this is the first book, and what these books are about, it follows this girl who was kidnapped and taken to an underground troll society, and it's a pretty fun series. I gave the first book like 3.5 stars, and I'm excited to see where this story is gonna go. The book I got is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Elir Science. I've heard so many good things about this book. I believe this book is about friendship. It follows Ari and Dante, and they're completely opposite, but they find what they need in each other, friendship and all that good stuff. I am just really excited to see where this book takes me. It's gotten so many awards, and I'm just looking very forward to reading this. The next book I got is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I believe this is a post-apocalyptic novel, and it follows a small theater troupe that is traveling, trying to keep humanity and art alive. And it takes place in 2 timelines, before the apocalypse happened and after, so you get to see the when, where, and how everything went down. So I'm very much excited to read this. I've heard so many amazing things. I know that Rachel over at Rachel Stewart loves it, and Reagan from Prue's Project loves it, and I'm just really excited to read this book. Next book I got is Damned by Chuck Palahniuk. I am so excited to read this book. It sounds extremely hilarious. It follows this girl who's the daughter of a very narcissistic filmmaker, and one day she wakes up in hell. Literally, she wakes up in hell, and she thinks she died from a marijuana overdose. She's in hell, and she meets a jock, a cheerleader, a nerd, so it's basically like the Breakfast Club in hell, which sounds so awesome and intriguing. I've heard so many good things about this book. Yes. That's about it. Next book I got is I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak. I just recently read The Book Thief, and it has become one of my favorite books of all time, so I want to read everything that he puts out. From what I gather about this book, it follows a guy who is an underage cab driver, and one day he stops a bank robbery, and one day he's at his house and he gets mail, and he's the messenger of something. I have really no idea. But I am excited to read this. I've heard amazing things about this as well, and I'm really excited to read it, like all these other books. Next book I got is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, inspired by an idea from Saboyan Doyd, and illustrations by Jim Kay. I've heard so many good things about this book, and from what I gather, it follows a young boy whose mother is battling cancer, and one day a monster arrives at his house. I know there's a bunch more to this story, but that's kind of just what I got from other people's reviews, and I hear this is heartbreaking and enlightening and moving, and I'm just very excited to read this, and I've been putting it off because it's going to be really sad, but I'm just in the mood for it, so, and it has beautiful illustrations. Let me try and find one. I love them. The next book I got is Unexplained Mysteries of World War II by William B. Brower. I was kind of just at Barnes & Noble, and this was there for like $5, so I was like, I'll get it. I got it. Yeah. Next book I got is Charmed by Michelle Chris. This is the second book in the Hexed series, trilogy, whatever it's going to be. I started this, but I put it down because I'm not really liking it, and I was debating on not continuing on with this book, or like the first book, not getting this one. But I purchased it. Kinda wish I didn't. It's just okay. This book I got is Scorched by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I usually don't buy Jennifer L. Armentrout's books in physical form. I just usually get them on my Kindle because the covers, but this one's not too bad. And this book follows a girl named Andrea, and she's battling addiction. I don't know what addiction it is, but she's battling it. And this is much heavier content than Jennifer L. Armentrout usually puts out, so I'm very excited to see how this reads and how it all plays out. Yeah. And the last book I have to show you guys is A Book of Spirits and Thieves by Morgan Rhodes. I am so freaking excited to read this. I don't know if this is the prequel to the Fallen Kingdom series. I know it takes place like 1,000 some years before the first book in the Fallen Kingdom series, and I don't even know that. I'm not even 100% on that. But I believe that it takes place in ancient day Mythica and modern day Toronto. But you know what, I'm just gonna link Lainey's review for this book down below so you'll get a bigger picture of what this book is about, because she does a great video explaining this book. So if you want to check that out, I'll link that below. So those are all the books that I got in June. Comment down below and tell me if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts are, because I want to know those things. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!